What is going on, guys? It's Justin from the J Media back with another video. So today is another day back at Garage Kozoku. Again, if you guys don't know, that is my buddy Thompson's personal warehouse shop. He's currently working on his own personal cars, but hopefully in the future he might do like some modifications and open it to some customers. Again, as of this time, just his personal cars. He's really helpful to bring in my Mitsubishi Lancer turbo build to help me out with some wiring stuff. But yeah, let's go check out some of the awesome cars there. And I brought him some Don's Japanese food because he loves it as well. So yeah, let's go snack on some lunch and check out some cool cars. Speaking of cool cars, we have his S15 Sylvia sitting out here. Currently work in progress. This is the one we did a ride along in. Again, if you guys didn't watch the video, this makes about 650 wheel horsepower. RB25 swap, crazy stuff. And we also have an R34 Skyline here. So Thompson's S15 is going to be dropped off at Long Shop to get some stuff done. I believe some paint work done. So yeah, no front bumper, new hood, the D-Max hood. Yeah, gonna get some changes done on this car.
Like that one's straight and that one's turned. Look at the wheel. See it?
Oh shit.
Yeah,
the camber.
It's not camber, it's turned. Like,
oh shit, because damn. So it's straight right now, but it's just like that.
yeah.
So back here at Garage Kozoku, we have a 180SX project over here. This is currently a shell. And yeah, I say shell because there's no motor. Motor has been ripped out. And then over here we have my car, my turbo Mitsubishi Lancer built. So like I said, we have Thompson helping me out today with some wiring stuff. We'll be wiring up my gauges. Currently inside the car we have my AFR gauge hooked up. We also gonna hook up the boost gauge as well as the oil temp gauge. And then now the cool cars, the S15 Sylvia. This is the white spec R that is going to be doing an LS swap. So I know you guys might love it or hate it, but the SR20 in the car has already been taken out. It's a perfectly running spec R Sylvia S15, but you know, Thompson want to do something a little different and crazy. And if you guys haven't already seen, we have the motors just chilling back here. An LS2 out of Pontiac GTO is going in. So yeah, should make about 400-ish horsepower to the wheel, which is gonna be pretty gnarly. And then we also have the FDRX7, which awesome car as well in midnight purple. And then outside the shop, usually it's in here, but today outside we have the R34 Skyline. So yeah, while I'm here, I'll be shooting some videos of the cars as well. We're over here at Garage Kozoku and we're gonna throw the car up in the lift. Like I said, we have the oil temp gauge as well as boost gauge. We're gonna see where we can wire up the oil temp gauge to hook it up. And we also have Thompson and Andy here. Andy's clean JDM right hand drive Toyota Crown. So you guys might not know this car, but overseas in Japan they call this Toyota Crown. The I guess USDM equivalent is something like a Lexus LS 430. So really cool. This is something that Andy picked up from Thompson recently, and yeah, pretty excited to get more work done on the turbo build. Alright, so we're gonna do the oil temp gauge first. Again, I got the AEM oil temp gauge, and essentially there's two parts to it. So I do have the tap somewhere to read the oil, and then pretty much run these wires to connect it, power it somewhere in the cabin. So I already do have an oil sandwich plate on my oil filter, and then I already have an oil pressure gauge hooked up right now. So hoping this should be able to tap right into the oil sandwich plate. Right now we have Thompson. Well, we're not gonna do like a full oil change, but essentially whenever you take out the oil sandwich plate, some oil might spread out, so that's why he has that, just in case.
Yeah, I want to take a shower yet.
Champagne showers.
Dark chocolate shower.
Oh, it's pretty fresh too. So Thompson removed this little guy.
What? You do a counterclockwise.
Yeah, where is it? And no oil came out.
Barely.
Yeah.
So right up there, oil filter right there. Again, this is for on your oil sandwich plate. So I have an aftermarket oil sandwich plate. You can get that pretty cheap online. So whenever you do need like an oil temp gauge or oil pressure gauge, that's what you need. Now to show you guys, well, maybe kind of hard to see, but Thompson also has one here on his car. I'm just gonna show them how it looks like. So over here, this is how the oil sandwich plate would look like. Essentially, there's a few places you can tap into. Yeah, this one is Fancy from Grady. Yeah. So Thompson's putting on some Teflon tape. So whenever you do these, you want to have some Teflon tape to make sure that's on there nice and snug.
I'm only doing it because Andy told me to, but it wasn't for now. I just put it on. Oh, too short. He's going. They're going in.
It goes in?
Yep.
Nice. So essentially, for people who don't have an oil sandwich plate, that's all they'll need. Buy a oil sandwich plate, you're good to go. Or you said something about tapping into the block.
No, so I mean, our cars should have oil pressure sensor, right? Our cars. So I mean, every car should have a location where you just unscrew that one and put this one in.
Okay. Nice.
It's like a universal sensor.
Stopped working, but
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Because I mean, there's no warning light for it. No, there is. Some cars, right?
some of them have anyways, yeah.
Oh, so pretty awesome.
Get a resistor and put it on a loop. And the resistor will just trick the dash and then
Right. What if you really got that?
So right now we have the sensor in right over here. So as you can see, there's this brass fitting and then there's this black thing, which is where you connect this long wire to. Essentially what you want to do is feed this long wire through the firewall into your cabin. And then this little guy here on the other end is where you connect your gauge to. Then you just have like some wires here that's gonna power it up. I don't know exactly which color is which. That's why I suck electrical stuff. But yeah, for the most part, that's the theory behind it. For the most part, it's pretty straightforward. As long as you could find where to tap it to. All right, so the car is off the lift right now. So pretty much you just need to lift it up to tap into that. I mean, you don't really have to if you don't have a lift. You could just jack up the car. Like I said, with the front bumper off, it's pretty easy to get to. You can see right there my oil filter. So yeah, pretty easy to get to. So right now, I'm just gonna run the wire, like I said, through the firewall, and then run it all the way out here. So depends really where you want to mount your gauges. A lot of Evo 10 guys run it right here on the A pillar. Some guys just run like the boost gauge and AFR gauge right here. Again, it's all personal preference. I personally am going to run it kind of like Subaru style. I feel like this middle part of my dash is real empty, so I'm gonna have it, well, ignore this guy right here, got this back in Japan. He's gonna come out, essentially he's gonna be something like that. I'm gonna reposition it in the middle. But yeah, that's how it's gonna mount. Like I said, I already have the AFR gauge right here wired up, works and everything. And I had to just pull my double din out a little bit just so we can, you know, run wires through it. Over here at the shop, like I said, we had Andy in his Toyota Crown. We also had one of Thompson's buddies, Ricky, who came by in his bagged Honda Accord. It was clean. Alright, so Thompson is plugging the wire to the gauge.
Here, I'm doing it like that because I'm slanting eyes.
For the most part is plug and play, but then you also need to wire up some power wires, which, like I said, I don't know my wires, so
I don't either, so we're gonna have an adventure.
we'll find out. Yeah, I think, like I said, I have other gauges wired up, so hopefully we can tap into some accessory wire here. But yeah, I guess looking at it being done, it's for the most part pretty straightforward.
Yeah, it's definitely not hard, just time consuming.
Alright, so progress update. We pretty much have my whole double din ripped out. So to take that off pretty easy. This piece right here is held on. You have to remove this piece. There's a cross tip screwdriver. Use a Phillips to remove it. Pretty much pops out. So we have the gauge up here, and then we're just feeding the wires to power it up. And I also rip apart part of my dash right here. So yeah, we're just trying to find where we can hook up the wires to power up the gauge. And then once that's done, we also have to feed the other end to the engine bay. And again, this is going to connect to the little sensor that we have on the oil sandwich plate. So off camera, what I did was I pretty much connected the boost gauge. By connect, all I mean was I just put the gauge in and plug the wire in. And then pretty much, like I said, we're gonna feed it. We do need one wire over to power, so this way we're gonna have power. And then the other end is gonna be in the front, maybe somewhere in the intake manifold with just some vacuum line. Alright, so we have a wiring mess over here. Essentially what you see, so one of it is from the AFR gauge, one's from the boost gauge, and one is from the oil temp gauge. And to make it cleaner, what Thompson's gonna do is pretty much just link up all the ground wires. So all the black wires is just gonna put them together and then just hook it up to, there's a bolt right there. I'll show you guys here in a bit, where you can use it to ground it. That's pretty much the accessories ground, I believe. So we're just gonna ground it over there. And then he's gonna use that, I'm not sure what do you call that? O-ring butt connector.
No, it is
this thing right here.
Ring terminals.
Ring terminal. So yeah, he's just gonna use that to connect to the bolt. Alright, so pretty much you can see over here, there's 3 black wires that Thompson pretty much connected over here. That's the ground. And then he just gotta hook up the power. Like I said, this is a wiring mess. Of course we'll tidy up and everything and tuck it away so you won't be able to see all that wiring mess, but yeah, my nightmare. Little break time, having some pizza, bunch of people over here at the shop. So yeah, just gonna enjoy some food before getting back to the car. So right now what Thompson's doing is using a heat gun to pretty much connect it together. So cheat code, for those of you guys who don't know how to solder, there's a few ways you can connect your wires. You could either electrical tape it, which is the most ghetto easiest way, or you could use some butt connectors to connect it, or you could solder it. But most recently I found out this cheat code from Thompson. There's this, they call it a solder and seal wire connectors. You can get this online. You can probably get it at an auto store too. Essentially what these are, they pretty much
They both
look like that.
on and turn on?
Alright, so right now we're gonna power it on. Everything should work. Ooh, so yeah, everything reads. Like I said, these two are not really hooked up yet, that's why there's nothing on it. But yeah, let's hook it up to the engine bay. Like I said, it's pretty much almost a car meet now. My RS6, we have a back Honda Accord, we have the R34 Skyline, that's going back in the shop later. The Ford Mustang Shelby. Ooh, another right-hand drive goodie over here. This is Chaser JZX. You guys might know this car as popular drift car platform. And then we also have another right-hand drive VIP car, the Toyota Crown. So yeah, we have quite a few right-hand drive cars here. Super awesome. So I just made it back home. I had a long day and fun day over at Garage Kozoku. Again, if you guys stick to the end, don't forget to leave a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. If you want to know when new videos come out, hit that little notification bell. Thanks for watching and catch you guys in the next video.